Hello everyone, myself Pankaj Duroy. I once again welcome you all in my YouTube channel. Now, in this video series, we will be learning about database systems. Now, in this particular video, I will discuss with you the introduction to database systems, what is the basic definition, then components of database system applications and the purpose of database systems. So, database systems, it is basically the collaboration of a database, and ultimately it comes to database management systems. So data is basically a collection of facts and figures that can be processed to produce information. In all the aspects of our life, we need lot of data, and when it comes to storing that particular data, if the data is huge, a normal database will not be sufficient to store the data. So we need a database management system. Now, a database, it is an organized collection of data. Organized collection of data, I mean, while fetching that particular data from the database, while updating that data into the database, it becomes easy. Not only the storage of the data is important, but retrieval of the data in a systematic manner also plays an important role. So the database management system is a collection of interrelated data, and it is a set of programs to access that data. So database management system, not only it is a collection of interrelated data, but it is also a set of programs to access that data. Database systems are used to manage the collection of data that are highly valuable. For example, we can consider an enterprise, and for that enterprise, its data is highly valuable. In that particular case, we may need database management system. The term database systems and database management systems can be used interchangeably. So whenever we call database systems, it also means that it is a database management system. So from the word only, it is very clear that it is the system to store the data and to manage that data, and for that only it needs the not only interrelated data, but it also needs the set of programs to access that data. So database systems are used to manage the collection of data that are relatively large and accessed by multiple users and applications. This is also one of the requirement, often at the same time. So the database systems are needed whenever the data is highly valuable, relatively large, and accessed by multiple users and applications simultaneously. A modern database system is a complex software whose task is to manage large and complex collection of data. So, what are the components of a database? It may seem that the database may only contain the data items, but it does not so. Database also have more components than the data items. So this is a physical database whose components are data items, relationships. So whatever data we are storing into the database, those all data items are related with each other. They have relationship with each other. When we are placing the data into the database, they are placed with the constraints. Constraints means conditions. So whenever I say one of the cell value, it is related with another cell value with the help of some conditions. For example, I am inserting a record into my database of a student. So serial number, name of the student, and the gender. So serial number and name of the students are the data items that we need, and the gender. So related with the name of the student, the gender of the student will be dependent. So they have some conditions with each other whenever we are inserting the data into the database. In a column of name of the students, I must insert only the names of the students. This is another constraints. So this is how the constraints of the database plays an important role. And whenever we are storing the data into the database, a different types of designs are needed. So that is what is known as a schema. So schema is nothing but the overall design of the database. The overall design of the database, it is called as schema. It varies from database to database. Now, as we know that database plays an important role in all the aspects of our life. So, what is meant by data? What are the different database applications? The very first is enterprise information. Now, there are different types of organizations, different types of companies whose information is needed to be stored into the database. For example, sales. So, whatever enterprises are there, right? They have a sales department. Now, in that, they keep a record of customers, products, and purchases. So, to store that particular record, they need the database system. Accounting, payments, receipt, and assets. We cannot keep the record on a register because whenever it comes to fetching the data, there are lots of disadvantages of keeping the record on pen and paper. And also, if we compare the database system with the file system, there are a lot of lacunas in the file systems, and because of that we need database system, and those things we'll learn in the further videos also. So accounting for that database is needed. Now in an enterprise, human resource department is also there, which keeps the information about the employees' salaries, payroll, taxes. Here also, for all those purposes, the database application, the database systems is needed. In manufacturing industry, management of production, inventory, order, supply chain. In banking and finance organization. So in banking and finance, what do we need? We need customer information. We need more information there about their accounts, loan, banking transactions. Some of the customers may have credit cards. So credit card transactions are happening over there. In banking and in finance, sales and purchases of financial instruments like stocks, bonds, storing real-time market data are there. For that, we need database systems. In universities, like what we do. So in universities also, the database systems are needed. In airlines, reservations, schedules, in telecommunication industries, record of calls, text, data usage, generating monthly bills like in case of Jio, Airtel, VI, right? Maintaining balance and on prepaid calling cards. Right? Then in web-based services, online retailing, order tracking, customized recommendations, online advertisements, document databases are also their navigation system for maintaining the location of various places of interest along with the exact routes of roads, train systems and buses. For example, in navigation systems, let us say uh, yesterday I visited Sagar Opticals. So when I come to home, it gives me a message that how was the uh, Sagar Opticals. Now again, when I visit next time, right, it knows that the person have already been visited. So it gives me some, it asks me some more information, like I need to give some feedback about that opticals. So because it knows that the person have visited this particular place again. So why? Because of database systems. Now to summarize some of the applications of database systems, uh, this particular image gives different applications of DBMS. Now why there is a need of the database? That is the very important question. So in early days, database applications were built directly on the top of the file systems, right, which leads to data redundancy and inconsistency. Data stored in multiple file formats, resulting in duplication of information in different files. Difficulty in accessing the data. Need to write the new program to carry out each new task. Now in database systems, no redundancy and inconsistency is there, because there are some constraints that are applied on the database systems. In accessing also, we are firing different types of queries to access the required data at a required time. There is there was a data isolation, multiple files and formats were there. Integrity, overall accuracy problems were there in the file system. Integrity constraints become buried in a program code rather than being stated in explicitly. Hard to add new constraints or change existing ones. So integrity was one of the major issue in file systems. So because of these reasons and the reasons that we are discussing ahead, like atomicity of the updates, so failure may leave the database in an inconsistent state with partial updates carried out. For example, transfer of funds from one account to another account should be either complete or should not happen at all. So atomicity of updates was not there in the file system. Either the transaction should be complete or the transaction uh, should not start. Because if the state of the transaction is in the processing state, then the sender as well as the receiver are in the worry that whether I have transferred the successfully the amount to the receiver account, and receiver is also in the worry that I have not received the amount from the sender. So atomicity of updates was the problem with the file system. Concurrent access by the multiple users. Concurrent access needed for performance. Uncontrolled concurrent access can lead to inconsistencies. For example, two people reading the balance, say 100, and updating it by withdrawing the money, say 50 rupees each at the same time. So it may going to reflect at their side that for the first person it will show the balance 50, for the second person it may show the balance 50, but actually for first person who may be withdrawing, right, at the same time, if both of them are withdrawing, in that particular case the database takes care that immediate update should happen at the database end, and a proper balance should be reflected to both of the users, so that whenever they are doing the second transaction, they must be aware that what is the remaining balance. Security problems, hard to provide user access to some but not all data. So security problems were also there, and because of all these problems that were there in the file system, we need a database system, and database system offers the solution to all the above problems, and because of that reason we are using database systems. Thank you.